Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name's Cath Ellis and welcome to the Learning Pro Live. Every couple of weeks, I do a segment on portfolios, whether I'm talking about reviewing people's portfolios or looking at new tools. And today I thought I'd look at Adobe Portfolios, which is a tool that I've never really used before, but I thought in the next hour, let's see if we can do a build of an entire portfolio. We've got a couple of people tuning in already, so let us know where you're tuning in from. Give us a g'day and let us know, where are you at with portfolios at the moment? Have you got yours sorted? Are you interested in putting one together? I think this is actually a really nice little challenge. The next hour, we will together knock out a portfolio. What do you reckon? So Adobe Portfolios is part of the Adobe product. If you bought the whole product, how are you going, Gemini? Lovely to have you here. Caitlin, so excited to have you here. I know that you've got a portfolio as well. I'd love to get feedback from all of you guys. You're in progress. Very slowly. Well, I tell you what, portfolios don't need to take too much time. And I think a lot of the time I've just been helping someone out with their portfolio just before this session just now. And I said to her, all of these tools that you can get off the shelf they're great, but the problem is they don't come pre-populated in a lot of cases. So you really have to dig deep and learn how to do the footer properly and how to use the portfolio or how you can use the sidebar in your blog and all these different things. So if you've got questions, just jump out, Caitlin, ask me. Happy to answer as much as I can. But we'll give it a crack, shall we? I'll jump into Adobe Portfolios. Let's have a look. So I'm just going to bring it up. And I might just bring it up on my other screen and I'll share my screen. Should maybe put this over here. All right. Just bear with me. Okay, so Adobe Portfolios. Let's give this a whirl. So, might make this full screen. All right, so we're going to try and knock out a full portfolio today in Adobe Portfolios. So I can see this is part of my subscription to Adobe. At the moment, looks like I can build something completely for free. Let's give it a whirl, shall we? I think a lot of you have Adobe subscriptions. Let me know if you do. Love to know. Let's take a look at this. So I think there's two main things that we can do. If I just wanted to build a welcome page, a landing page as such, which has got links maybe out to my social medias. Should we try and do this first? Let's see if we can do this. Okay. So in fact, we're going to build two websites today. So clicked on that first one. And I actually should check, is Adobe Portfolio free? Okay, so it comes free with your Adobe Creative Cloud plan. All right. No worries, just wanted to confirm that. Okay, so upload an image or a video. So I've got some bits and bobs ready to go. So let's see what I can use. I've got some little bits and bobs. Let's see what I can use here. Seeing how much junk I've got. Let's maybe use this. So far, I've not had to do very much. If you're tuning in, guys, we're building a couple of portfolios in Adobe. And the first one that I'm doing right now is just a landing page. So straight off the bat, I'm not really having to do much over here. I can do a lot of it here. So let's have a look. Cath Ellis. And I'm just going to change this, and I'm going to say learning experience designer. All right, click to add social media. Well, this looks nice and easy. So I think the key one for me would be LinkedIn. Oh, no, it is LinkedIn. All right, so this is a good example. We'll turn it on. Saying it's not a valid link. Oh, it is a valid link, so let's have a look. So sometimes it's much easier to just copy it. There you go, that seemed to have worked. So guys, for those of you who are tuning in, we're looking at Adobe Portfolios today, and we're going to build a couple of landing pages. This comes part of the Adobe suite. Oh, Amanda's here. You're so silly. Ooh, there's a photo of me. Caitlin, I'm curious about coming up with a phrase for the landing page and about me page. I'm blank on those. All right, we'll talk about that. I'm going to come back to that. Okay. All right. So we are literally just having a look at this. This was building a welcome page. So this is a one-pager. In fact, I'm going to leave this up so it reminds me. Oh no, you know what? I'll take it down. And pardon the dogs barking in the background. All right, so page background. So I can do some stuff with this. Background, options, overlay. I'm pretty okay with this being black. Let's just have a look what I can do. I'm showing you all my junky pictures. Let's just see what I've got here. Could I use this? It'd probably look a bit rubbish. Yeah, it's not all that great. I use this on my stuff. So I'm just going to remove that image, and I'll leave this like it is. So I'm okay with that. I'm all right with this looking this way. I suppose I could remove this image, and I suppose I could make it the page background. So let's see how that looks. Where's that image that I had? Oh, that's a pain. Now I can't find it. Let's see. I just had an image a second ago. All right, I'm just going to use... I'm just going to use a different one. I'll just use this one. Let's see how this looks. Right, so I understand what's going on now. Okay, so we're going to leave that. We're going to put our image back here like we did before. We should have just left it. and I'm going to leave the one on the right black. And I think that looks pretty good. Nice and simple. I'll just put something up for the meantime, just as a little placeholder. So if I just needed one little landing page, okay, something that my domain name could go to. I might actually, I'm going to be a pain in the neck now, guys. I'm just going to change this picture because I want something a bit smaller. So let's see what I can find. The one that I had a minute ago, that is so annoying that I can't find it now. I know it is here. Oh, well, I should sort my... oh, here it is. I should sort my desktop out a little bit better. Okay, so let's say I bought a domain name and I just want to refer people to this, and I've got all my different social medias. Okay, I've got some options here for the photo. Let's just look at these social medias again. So it looks pretty nice. Just hover over it and you can edit it. Okay, just want to have a look at this. So I can do different things with the style of the icon. So I can make it square, rounded. That's pretty nice. I can make it an icon only. Quite like the circle. I can make it bigger. I've got all my padding. I can make it a certain color. So say I want to make it this. I make the background white, and just see, you can even play around with the transparency. I think this is really nice, you know, guys. So, you know, if I just wanted to do this, let's just have a look at it. See what this looks like. This isn't bad. Right, back to edit. So what we're doing, guys, there's more and more of you tuning in, and we are looking at Adobe Portfolio, and I've jumped in here and I've just done a welcome page. So for someone who just needs something, we have literally been broadcasting for 13 minutes, and this is what you can have in such a short amount of time. Okay, so I've just stuck in an image. I've got I've just got my name. I've got what title I am. So, you know, a button. You know, let's say you've got a Behance portfolio, you've got a portfolio onto on Dribble or something like that. You're not needing to have something that's hosted online. You can go to another platform if you wanted to. Amanda's just saying, hi, Leonard, how are you? Lovely to see you again. Yeah, jump on, do it along with me. Kenisha's saying she's struggling with the About Me page as well. No problem. I'm currently browsing Adobe Portfolio templates and it's looking awesome. And I can't believe this is free with Adobe Creative Cloud. What? I know. So, you know, if I just wanted to have something very, very simple, I would so do this. So this could be a really good example. You know, even if you use your LinkedIn as your portfolio, right? So I could say, get in touch. I could spell touch right. I've got my LinkedIn portfolio. My font that I use is Poppins, but I'm just going to leave that. Adobe's a bit funny. Just going to leave that. And so if I click on that to test it, yep, it's going to my LinkedIn. So I could put all my other social media along here. And let's just see what happens when we publish it. Okay, your site is live. So I don't really like that name. Let's go back and go into the settings. We haven't even experienced the settings yet, guys. So let's just jump in here. All right, so I don't particularly like that. Let's see if Cath Ellis is available. Awesome. All right, so let's preview that. We're just going to update the live site. View your site. Hey, I tell you what, that's not bad. It's not even too crazy a domain name, but we want to, we probably want to refine that, right? I mean, this is costing your Adobe. If you're in the Adobe world, this is coming. This is free, right? So let's just have a look at what options we've got. Purchase a domain, connect your domain. All right. Find a domain name. I don't really want to go down this route. Let me know, guys. Okay, so we got Mule. That's no problem coming in late. What we're doing, Mule, is we are looking at Adobe Portfolios. So if you have a Adobe subscription, this is coming along. This is coming along with it for free. So all I've done is I've gone to searched in Google for Adobe Portfolios, portfolio.adobe.com if you want to follow along. All right, and you can see in the back here, I've actually got quite a lot of control. So obviously I can create different pages. At the moment, I'm just doing this. I could put with Google Analytics in, search optimization, which will set this up together. Like I said, we've only been on for 17 minutes and we've already got a welcome page. You can put your favorite icon in. Okay. Social sharing, thumbnail, that's nice. Site options. All right, we'll come back to this. So we have done our very first thing where we have set up a welcome page, and I'm pretty happy with this. All right, again, you can put default fonts. You can put your colors in. So I'm just going to show you here how you can do that. I like this black personally. This is what I use. Color scheme, so you can just swap it over to light or dark. Like I said, you can add different fonts in here. Let's actually see. Yeah, we're just going to leave this. I don't want to waste too much time. I'd rather focus on helping you guys out with this stuff. Leonard said, I recently built my site with Google Sites. This looks way better and easier with much more control. But you know what, Leonard? I also think Google Sites is a great offering, you know, and again, just I wanted to try something different. Came across this and I thought, let's see if we can knock out a full portfolio in an hour. So right now, without doing the domain name, we've done a welcome page. Let's go back to portfolios. Okay. And let's start creating a new one. So the portfolios, you can obviously start from scratch, I'm pretty sure. But let's just pick one of these and see what we like. Now, I'm pretty sure there was some examples as well of some of these themes.
Hi, if you call into Curability, we've updated our number. Please call us back on...
All right. So I think I'm going to choose this one, Marta. This looks pretty nice. I like how the I like the format of this, and I think this will work quite well. So you can see already, I've got quite a lot of things that I can do with this. Amanda's saying, ignore my advice about Wix and Squarespace. Use Adobe Portfolio. Oh, Amanda. Pardon me, guys. I'm losing my voice. Okay, so let's see how quickly we can go in and we can use this theme. I think that's going to be the one that I want to use, because I want something that's going to look quite corporate, and I want what I do to stand out. Caitlin, Adobe CC is linked to work. Oh, well, follow along, and you can always do one that's a test one, even if it is linked to your work. All right, let's jump into this. We'll use this theme. See how quickly we can get this set up. And I might, for shits and giggles, just use my color scheme. Okay, so first thing that I want to do is I want to try and apply, I might have to just use a different domain name. Actually, I wonder if Cath is gone. It'll be gone. Yep. Okay. I'm just going to put a custom domain in. And yeah, Adobe Portfolio. Let's see how quickly we can do this. I think it's going to be pretty nice. All right. So I'm just trying to suss this out as quickly as you are as well. Let's have a look at what's going on here. So we've obviously got a work and contact page. Let's see, integrations. Well, this is nice. So you can actually show your Behance portfolio. All right, so I can switch to a different theme at any time. That might be quite nice to look at. Background colors and fonts. All right. So this is Futura. That's quite nice. That's a bit like Poppins, so we can get away with that. Website container. So this is the website container here, guys, right? So that's fine. Logo. All right. So it's saying you can have your name as a logo, but let me just upload my logo. All right. So I've just uploaded my logo here. All right. So what's going on here? I might have to resize some of this. So it sits in a bit better. Interesting. Max width. Okay, so we're going to have to come back and work out how you can change that. That's okay. We'll come back to that. Navigation. Okay, navigation container. Okay, let's maybe make this a dark one. All right. So I am actually going to have to change this logo. Let's just, for the sake of this, make this a small. Okay. This is really interesting. Okay. So this still to me is a bit fiddly. But that's okay. That looks all right. We can deal with that. All right. So we've got that. Our navigation container, I said I want that to be black. Mobile icon. All right. I'm going to have to sort that. Mobile icon. Height, vertical. Navigation, background image, navigation container. I thought I changed that. All right. Backgrounds. Navigation container. Yeah, okay. So we can add a shadow, a subtle shadow here if we want to. Mobile icon, I want white. On scroll. Okay, so on scroll, I want it to be black still. I want the mobile icon to be white. All right. So that's fine. We're going okay. Background image. Don't want a background image. Footer. Let's see what we can do here. Powered by... I want my website in here. cathellis.com. Cath Ellis. So again, you can do all the different things with this. Futura. And you know what I'd say to you guys? If you're playing around with these tools, I look at kind of what font have Adobe by default made things like a footer, right? And I try and use this as best practice. So when I'm trying to create my own website, you know, I think I use these as a baseline. Yes, I can change it. But they've kind of used a lighter color. They're wanting less emphasis on this. You know, they've got it centered aligned. I take a lot from things like this. It helps me my own work. So I'm just going to say designed by Cath Ellis. Okay, we're happy with this. That's the footer. Now it's also saying you can add social icons. So let's have a look here. I don't know if my LinkedIn. Yeah. So that's quite nice. I can put my LinkedIn. And again, I can choose and all my colors and things like that. I'm just going to leave it as default. All right. So let's see. Hi, I'm Cath Ellis. I'll say LX designer. Scroll down to see more. Happy with that. I'm not happy with these changing. So let's just customize this. I don't want them to, when I scroll down, I don't want them to turn this color. On scroll. All right, I'll work out how to change that. Okay. And I also want this on the next line. Let's see what I can do with this. Okay, I don't want to change any of that. Let's see what I can do here. Masthead options. And sometimes when you play around with this stuff, you get to a point where you've not heard terms before, like masthead before. That's a new term for me. But you'll be able to suss it out just by hovering over elements, okay? And I've not done any, I've actually not even gone into this before. So this shows you that you can just pick these things up. All right, hopefully I'll find an image a bit quicker than I did the last time. All right, I've got one. Let's just pop this one in. And let's just make some customizations. What do you guys think? What do you think of this so far? We'll do an about page as well, an about page as well. Hello from Cincinnati. I think this is you, Cheryl. All right, so happy days. We've got an image here. Let's have a look at our options. So center, happy with that. Fixed position of image on page. All right, so we can see how it makes a change. Repeat, we don't need that. Cover as much content as possible. Overlay. All right, so I want to use my pink. Be happy with that. And you can see I can control the transparency of this as well. Make it maybe 80%. Happy days. This doesn't look too bad at all. All right, so let's add a page. So this is us starting to create our portfolio. So what do I want to do? Add a subpage by quickly importing your album from Lightroom. Now I'm going to do add a custom subpage to a collection. So let's just call this COVID-19. Yeah, it's your settings, Cheryl. It won't let you, it won't let us see you. But that's okay. I know it's you. All right, so start building your page. Let's stick an image in. And I've got a module that I've got a mock-up. Happy days. You can see I'm just hovering over this now, guys. Right, what do I want to put now? Might go, well, I want to put a some text in. I'm learning as you're learning right now. I don't need this to be this big. Let's customize it. Bottom. I like things to be even, Stephen. Customize. Width, max width. Description. Okay. All right. So just scrolling down here and let's just have a little play around. What was the problem? All right, let's see. I've got a Lorem Ipsum thing here. Let's just stick a paragraph. Oop. I want to see how this formats. how easy it is for me to get this looking nice. Okay. We didn't want that to happen. This is normal paragraph. We also want to see the line height. It's a little bit nicer. And we're just going to use Futura. Okay, that looks not bad. Let's see, how easy is it for me to just duplicate this? That's a shame, isn't it? It would have been really nice if you could just duplicate that. Wonder if there's anything here that you can do. No. That's okay. We could do it again. We're just going to copy this. It's a bit finicky. That's all right. Going to do it again. Text. What was the solution? Let's just do another one. We'll call this what was the outcome. And I just want to see what we can do here. So is this saying you can put an image to the right? That's nice. All right, let's see if we can put an image to the left. I didn't want that. Can I change this image? Let's do this one. And let's just pop another one in. All right, so this is okay. What do you guys think? So if we go back to the home, screen, there you go. We've got one. You click on it. I've seen worse. Let's just see if we can do a bit of tweaking with this. I'd like to just play around a little bit with the margin. I like this a bit better. All I'm doing is I'm clicking in here and I'm just playing a bit with the width. It's actually really intuitive, guys. And this one, all right, let's just preview what this looks like. What do you guys think? This might be a bit too big. And we'll obviously still have a few little issues with this. That's all right. We're getting there. So, you know, I don't need to do too many examples of this. Let me see if I can just play around a little bit with the alignment. With 100%, that's fine. I wonder if I can make this image. Alt tag, add link, add caption. That's nice. Oh, the caption goes up below, does it? I don't like that. I thought it would overlay it. Right, with alignment. So that's what I'm trying to. Right, okay. That makes sense. So that was what, 20? What I kind of wanted was to see, could I make this smaller instead of being so big? But that's all right. suppose you'd have to just do it. See, well, you could do that. I don't particularly like that. I like it being this size. But that's all right. Look, I'd be quite happy having it like that. All right. So we've done an example of yeah, it's good, isn't it, Leonard? He's just said, I love the control that you have. Let's see how far we can push this. We've done a logo, navigation, footer, page covers, layout options, this collection, text container, cover images, page dates, page description. Okay, so that was something that had to be turned on. Page description, page container, edit page information. Course built in articulate storyline 360. Okay, so it's saying, all right, this is quite nice. So custom field, you can tailor to your needs. You can optionally add this to your page cover and introduce the content. So could I maybe use articulate story line 360? I love playing around with this stuff to work out where exactly this stuff is showing. So edit page information, page container, masthead, page header. Okay, so you can add these fields, it seems. Page title, page description, page date. Where is that living? Let's just preview it. Mudasir, playing and adjusting with the blocks, like the idea of the custom fields. I've gone and screwed it up. It did say the title up here, but now it's not showing it. Edit page information. Yeah, so is it not liking the custom fields? What's a global page style? Oh, there you go. Edit page. So I think I did this before. Oh, that's interesting too. So you can actually align stuff how you like, to the top, to the middle, or the bottom, which I think is really nice. You know, when you consider that this is fully responsive as well, when we publish it, we'll have a look at that. All right, so again, you can put things like this little back to top. You can turn it on or off. More from this collection. You can also put things into collections. Okay, well, this is really interesting. All right, so I'm happy with the way that's looking. Let's see if we can just have a look at the contact page, shall we? All right, so we've got one portfolio item there. Let's have a look at the contact page. Losing my voice. Okay, so let's go back to page info, page container, trying to remember where page header. Oh yeah, I don't want the date. Yeah, that looks much better. Okay, so there's not much that you need to do here, but let's see what we can add to the contact. Oh, this is quite nice. Like, let's add on a new one. And we'll call this budget. Say enter your budget here. Okay, what kind of options do we have? Form fields. Okay. All right. Your message, enter your budget. So you could even do like you could even do another one. We're going to add another one that says, that's a pain. Fields. Where did I have it? Oh, there. So you can move these around. I don't want to go too far into this stuff because you guys can work it out, but due date, due date. Ugh. And do you require something like that? All right, so you've got loads of options. Doesn't look like you can do things like you could do other than placeholder text, but that's all right. You can normally manipulate your content for that. So I'm happy with that. Let's create another page. I'm going to go to page. Okay, add. All right. Link. Add a link to external pages within the navigation. So that's quite nice. So if I wanted to go to something like Teachable, I could go, you put your Teachable address in. So what's nice about that is if you do have other offerings, you can add them up there into your navigation, no worries at all. We haven't actually looked at how you can, the actual navigation, how you can format it. As far as these, this text here. I couldn't understand that, why it's turning this color. All right, no worries. So let's just add another one. We're going to create a page and we're going to go about. You can call it about destination navigation. Yeah. Okay, create page. All right. So let's see what we can do in a very short amount of time. And I'll give you an idea of what you can put on your about page. So if I bring up my website, guys, and I know this was Muel. I hope I'm saying your name right. And Amanda, I think you mentioned as well, you're struggling with your about page. So your about page doesn't need to, you don't need to overthink this, okay? I have a little bit about myself. Right, so I talk about, I grew up, I'm a nerd. When I started L&D, I talk a little bit about what I'm currently doing, my education, and I live, you know, in the Dandenong Ranges with Janine and the boys. So let's just paste that in. Maybe put an image in of myself. So I've got an image somewhere. Let's find that. I'm hiding all my junk files, so you don't have to laugh at how messy my desktop is. Let's find an image. We'll just use this one. Too easy. It's huge. We'll make it smaller. So I'm just going to go width and alignment. That looks about right. Let's add some text. All right. So again, I'm just going to add that as a paragraph. And I want this to be a header. Now, sometimes this stuff, I'm going to go future. I'm going to make this paragraph. And again, I just want to play around a little bit. I want this to be left aligned. Oh, what am I doing? I'm not centered this. So it looks like you have to, what's going on? Is it, oh, it's because it's like that. Left. Okay. So again, you can play around a little bit and get your padding correct. So it's a wee bit finicky. Right, so I want this to be a little bit more. I'm sorry, guys, 1 minute. Okay, so you really have to, I messed up here. I messed up with that. I'd even go so far to say I'll delete that and I'll do it again because I've made such a mess of it. Let me just paste this back in as it was. Okay, so I want to just make sure that this has a bit of padding. I'm pretty sure. Where's the background color and fonts? Okay, Futura. So there's not a way you can set a default size. With more time, I'm sure you'd be able to do that. Okay, I want to make this a header. See what a bit of a pain in the neck this is. I want this to be 16. And I want this to be medium. Is there a way that I can copy this? Pardon the dogs going crazy. Header. Yeah, it doesn't like that. Doesn't like that at all. I mean, another thing that you can consider doing is just split it off. Because it's been so finicky. And then, so just do it like that. And that looks quite nice. So let's see, anyone got any more comments other than Mudasir being funny? All right, so we've got a bit of an about. What else have I got? All right, so things like this are going to be a bit tricky. And we actually haven't done this kind of thing yet. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so I want a... Yeah, so these are where you're going to have limitations, right? So obviously I could put a video in, contact, social, buttons, audio, photo grid if I wanted to. Yeah. So some of the things that, Leonard, you like how it lets you toggle between this page and all pages at the same console menu. Again, love the control. Yeah, you can see though its limitation with regards to being able to put things like multiple columns on a page. It doesn't have that same kind of building experience. But for someone who is quite happy, things just being linear, I think this works pretty well. So how could I do this? So you can see this is WordPress. So I'm able to embed certain things, do flippy boxes. Let's see if I can add a section in. So if I've got, yeah, so even adding a whole section is not possible. What I mean by that is, see, if I wanted to do a whole row, put a background and text, you're going to be limited by that. All right. So let's just preview this again. So that's quite nice. See how on that portfolio, it's now bringing the description through. Okay. Got external links. And I might personally just put these in a different order. What else I've seen people do, guys, is, if you were blogging a lot in something like Medium, you could just use a link like put at the top here for courses. So, ultimately, just trying to give you ideas on how you can put together something that looks great, but it's going to take very little effort. I mean, this has been an hour here, and we've been able to do 2 pages. Now, even me just buying my own domain name, okay, and doing this, at least I know I've got a presence out there. I've got something that someone can contact me. Anyway, let's just sort out this navigation. So I want the contact to be at the end. And I want my portfolio maybe first. Oh no, I'll have about, and then I'll have portfolio. I wonder if, oh, there you go. You can duplicate this stuff. So you can duplicate from here, guys. That's what I wanted to know. So now if we go to the home page, we can see that we should have 3 items here. Right. Happy days. So it's nice and easy for you to reformat this over and over again. All right. So social medias, we've done all of that. Trying to think what else we need to do. We did a bit of a footer. We've even got our social media. Wonder if there's anything else we can do with the footer. Margins and widths. Widths. Yeah, again, it's pretty generic, and that's fine with me. All right. So we're happy with this. Let's see if we can. Hi, Devlin. Great to see you. What we're doing is I just decided to jump into Adobe Portfolio and take a look, and kind of challenge myself to just build a very, very quick portfolio in an hour. So they've got a welcome screen, which is quite nice. That we did this in about 10 minutes. Not even that. We were kind of chatting and answering questions. And here we're just jumping into another format. So they've got some different themes that you can use. So I just chose this one here. And it's really about just enabling people who've got something like, I don't like that. It's really enabling people who've got, that have invested into something like Adobe, to be able to just jump in and use these tools to just build their portfolio quickly. So this was just me talking about, pardon the dogs barking. This was me just talking about formatting this. So the only thing that I'm trying to suss out at the moment is customizing this. So when this scrolls, I don't like that it goes to this color. So I'm just trying to work out how to do that. So that's the pages, integration, page covers, layout, text, text container. Okay, so this is where you can actually sort all this out. Yeah, I think that for someone who just needs a portfolio quick, you can do this in no time. All right, so mass collection background. Okay. All right, so I don't think we can do much more with this. I don't want to spend loads of time creating new portfolios, because I believe once you've got a layout that works for you, just keep going with it, right? You don't need to overthink it. This would be how I would probably do it. How you doing, Troy? That's right. Just a nice quick option. So the only thing that I'm stuck with out of this whole thing is working out how to change this. So when this scrolls, this turns this color, which I hate. So let's just see if I can do a search for it and change color. I'm going to do an American spelling of navigation font on scroll in Adobe Portfolio. I'll be the only one that's struggling with this. So let's see. Styling navigation. Oh, well, it's not the end of the world. I'm sure I'll work it out. There has to be something within this. Oh, now I've gone and changed the whole thing black. So that's another thing that's quite nice. You've got this undo function. So if you screw up like I've just done, you can take it back. All right, so let's say we're happy with this. We just want to go out and publish this. Here we go. So right now, without a custom domain, I've got a portfolio that I can add to my website. I'm quite happy with. Okay, I know I've just got duplicates here. I've got an about page on which I've got my information. I've got a link to what I pretended was courses, but it's just really going to my website. And I've got that link going externally. And that's really important because you want to keep your website open. You don't want people leaving your website. You're wanting them to stay here. And finally, you've got a contact form. Now, let's see if we can do something with this contact. Since we've got a couple of minutes. If you guys have some questions about this, let me know. And do you think you're going to go in and have a little play with this? Can you see this being beneficial? I'm just going to stick an image in here, I think, because I can't help myself. Let's maybe stick a picture of me over here. And what's nice, we'll just very quickly see if we can add a few buttons in because we haven't done that yet. All right, so I want to make this smaller. So again, if you want to make things smaller, you'll go to your width and alignment. Okay. It's like, okay, I want to maybe put it left aligned. All right, so what else do we want? We want to maybe put in a, so there you go. That's interesting. I wonder if we can put a text box. I wonder if things are draggable. Are they? No. So you're quite limited there as well, guys. So if you wanted to put something under here, you might be quite restricted. So if I go back to my alignment and go to 100%, there's no way of putting anything under there. And there's also where you can pad things out, I suppose. Yeah, so you're going to be quite limited there. So I would probably, instead of putting an image, go ahead and do something more like putting a text block that says, get in touch. And then I want to have this as a paragraph. And I'd say hours, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Yeah. So basically this will give you some text elements that you can put along here. That's an option for you. But as far as using it like a, being able to put components onto components, this is quite limited. So what else could we do? Let's have a quick look. We can have a quick look before we sign off some of these things in the background. So I don't have like a 404 page not found. I'm just going to leave that. So I can put in a Google Analytics search optimization. All right. So I might put in here eLearning, instructional design, learning experience designer. All right, and I might say, so it's doing this for you, automatically submit site updates to search engines. So again, that's a great function to have. Here you might say, Cath Ellis is a learning experience designer who specializes in instructional design for the e-learning industry. What I'm doing here is that's going to be what will show up in Google. So if I, at the moment, my website, when you type in e-learning designer, I'm coming up first. And you can see this is my tagline, right? So you want to make sure that when you are, where is it? Here, customizing this, you think about what's in your what's in this header. So that's, if again, I just go over here and I hover over, this is what I've got in the tab, right? So this is here. So Cath Ellis, and I might say e-learning, learning experience designer. I hope that contextualizing this for you. Troy says, what are your thoughts of embedding e-learning examples directly into the portfolio page or as a link out? I've seen both on different portfolios. Well, I do both. If I've got a client that, well, I'd never put a client's work up fully. I'd just showcase things that I've done. But I say to clients that I'll use images of theirs, Troy, not full examples. So that normally works for them. And that reminds me, I should have done that. So if I go back to the portfolio, if I just go back to the home page, sorry, I'm losing my voice. I will jump into that COVID-19. And what we can do is just at the bottom here, we will stick in a button. And we could say view this example. Right. And then you put the link in. And again, you can move these components about. There was a function to allow us to do this on the page, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so you could do that, Troy. And you can obviously embed things in right there if you wanted to show an example of it in whatever order. Now, this was just an example. I just wanted to show some of the different things that you could do. But guys, this is not, you can do this however you want. You could have the example right at the top. That's where I'd be more likely to do it. So people jump in, they get to see the live example if you can show it. And great. I don't use Lightroom, so I can't show you an example of what the photo grid looks like. Let's see. Add photos. Let's just see what I can pull in here very quickly. And we'll take a look at what this could look like. You might do something like this. So if we preview it, what does this look like? There you go. So, you know, you've got a good little example here of how you can lay out some content, and it's doing all the work for you. I mean, it's just taking minutes to do it. What do you guys think? Those of you who are tuned in, is there anything else that I've missed out? Of course, you could use these as call to actions as well. Yeah, you can use these as call to actions as well. And you just put it in the order that you feel will be best. Let's just go back to the edit. I mean, I feel like if I needed something pretty quick and I had a subscription to this is a bit of a no-brainer. I would just knock something up very quickly. What I haven't seen here was things like, okay, so you can take it down. I wanted to see if you could password, there you go. Password protect the whole site. Let's see what that looks like. Because I think sometimes people don't want to have a live site as well. They just want to have something that's password protected. I mean, that's a cracker. If you've got something that you want up there and you just, like I've just got test in there. There you go. That's fantastic. What else has it got? Right. Disable right click on images to protect it. That's pretty nice. Transition on hover. Animated transition between pages. Okay. Social sharing thumbnail. Again, this is really, I think, quite important. That's something that some websites do very badly. So here you can choose what image when you share this on LinkedIn or whatever, what image is going to be showing. Web clip icon. Visitors can save a quick link to your site to their mobile screen. You can provide a custom icon. Okay, so here I might use, I've got a little kind of web icon that if someone saves it to their mobile phone, this is what they'll see. Again, same thing, the favorite icon, and that is these little things, see up here? So it's doing a lot of these really nice, it's giving you a lot of these really nice features, though it's a little bit limited, but that's okay. A meta tag is an HTML tag containing information for search engines about the website. Meta tags can be used to improve SEO. All right. So again, this is where you can add your meta tags. Yeah. Analytics, cookie banner. Cool. So you've got a cookie banner that you can choose to do. So if I want mine to be my red that I use, again, they've really thought about some of this stuff. And where do you want the region to be? So let's just update the live site. We're going to sign off in a minute, guys, but in 1 hour, we've been able to put something pretty nice together. I certainly wouldn't have an issue using something like this. So there you go. Accept. I think this looks all right. I haven't tried playing around changing the themes at this point, but I'd encourage you, this, if you've got an Adobe account, jump on this, have a little crack at it. You might even find that, you know, you can use it for something else. We could use it for for something with regards to learning, okay? The one thing that I haven't showed you was connecting it up to a custom domain. And it's only because it's a little bit of messing about. And I think I'll leave it to you guys. If you are interested in, if you need to know this, I'll do another session on it. Please put in your comments that you'd like me to cover something like that. If you need more help with SEO, if you need more help with things like mocking up images, let me know. I can do that. Even if you want a little bit more help with why I chose to pad and use the line spacing that I did. I don't want to bob down with things that are too simple and have you guys really turn off and not want to tune in. But I do want to be a resource that will help you guys. Yeah, so I think I'll leave that. I'd really love if you enjoyed this session to like the video, and I'd really love it if you can let me know below if you've got any questions, or if you've been watching it on replay, please write replay. I'd love to know how many of you are watching it on replay, and what you'd like to know in the next session, in the next portfolio session. I'm going to try and do these every 2-3 weeks. I'm just sussing out with the LX Collective how frequently we do these sessions as well. But I've loved today, kind of, I wanted to challenge myself how quickly we could knock something out. And oh, thanks so much, Leonard. I'm glad that you stayed here until the end. And oh, Joe, you're with us as well. Thank you, mate. So if you've got any questions, jump on, like and subscribe. Ha ha ha. Thanks, Devlin, for jumping in as well. And yeah, guys, I'll sign off. I have a story to tell you. My puppy last night decided to chew on something, and he is in hospital. He's having an operation, or he's had his operation. He's recuperating. So we had a very late night learning geeks. So yeah, it was probably quite nice to do this today and just take my mind off things. Anyway, I'll sign off. Have a good evening, and good day if you're in Australia. And I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, bye now.